American Idol, but I get by. Wish I could tour with fifth wheel bus. Back to the real world, time to wake up, smell antifreeze. Don't end with big brothers bad to me. I got a blind date with destiny. I'm Mexican with an amazing race I get to be. Must stay out wickedly perfect. You're not a factor, making me nervous. I'm a survivor, collapsed on the planet deserted. That's the word, like a $10,000 pyramid scheme. Changing the face of the game like the Swarm medical team. Lead troopers, a league of supreme. Best your luck with sleep, go home. The biggest loser, huh? I'll have the last laugh like the last comic standing. Make it the band play as you walk up stage empty-handed. And I'm taking home America's next top model. Back to the bachelor pad, show us some.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Welcome to 2K Sports, everybody. Thanks for joining us. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny the Jet Smith. Tonight, it'll be the San Antonio Spurs up against the New Orleans Pelicans at Smoothie King Center. Well, for New Orleans, they're looking to come out strong and make their mark early. They have to look at this game as a great opportunity to do just that. It was one of the bigger stories of the offseason. LaMarcus Aldridge, courted by many, but ultimately decided to come home to Texas, the state he grew up in. What does he provide this new team, Shaq?
Well, the good thing about Aldridge is he can fit in well with the group that is already in place. Doesn't need a ton of touches to be productive, but when he gets it, he's going to shoot at an impressive rate.
Well, he'll have a little bit of pressure on him because he's expected to lift this team to a whole nother level again. So a bit of pressure, but I think he's ready for it. You know, he's back home cooking, moms, cousins, nephews, nieces. Everybody's excited.
Let's send it down now to Kevin Harlan as we approach tip-off.
You'll do the knowledge to the master builder.
You can hear the roar here in New Orleans. We've got San Antonio facing the New Orleans Pelicans, bringing you another edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan, and here with me tonight, Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke reporting from the sideline. And it's going to be the Spurs off the tip. A look at the San Antonio Spurs opening lineup. Parker and Green are the guard pairing. Duncan out there with LaMarcus Aldridge, and it's Leonard in at the small forward position.
And it's just hard to imagine the Spurs without Coach Popovich on the sidelines. He's the longest tenured coach in the NBA and has done so much for this team. Easily one of the best coaches in the history of our league.
And Greg, you know, for Popovich being with the Spurs for so long, since 1996, Clark, he is actually the longest tenured coach in all of sports right now.
Amazing, Kevin, and he's done it through winning. I mean, the third fastest coach ever to get to 1,000 wins. You compare his numbers with any coach in any sport, and they stack up as Hall of Fame caliber.
And looking at Jrue Holiday, there's one thing he could do to really improve his game. Something that would, for the first time in a full season, help get his field goal percentage up over 45%. And that's just to get to the rim more often. Attack off the dribble.
And so it's New Orleans with it. After the basket by San Antonio, Davis drives in, and that one's good.
And the double clutch layup in that situation, that's just him playing to the crowd, guys.
San Antonio with the ball. On the topic of Holiday, there's one stat that proves that he hasn't been going to the basket. He is averaging, Clark, less than 2 free throw attempts a game.
Yeah, his direct competitors are getting to the line. Guys like Lillard and Steph Curry shoot more than double the free throw. That's one reason why through last season they'd won a lot more games than Holiday.
Parker drives in, sees the alley-oop, and the rejection by Evans. Throws it up high and finished off by Davis.
Excellent work there in transition.
Yeah, I think it's always better to go early in transition, to attack when it's there, because oftentimes you can beat the defense down the floor.
Here's Leonard following the basket by Anthony Davis. Parker kicks to Aldridge, launches it, can't get it to go. Davis with some nice deep. Guys, they've been getting it done.
They sure have been. I mean, really looking good and sharp offensively.
They came out with a mission, and they have been tough to stop.
Here's Parker following. the score by New Orleans. Can they get it? And Davis sends it back.
That's now 4 misses on their first 5 attempts. Still trying to find the rhythm and flow here offensively.
And now we'll get a perspective here on the hustle game, how it's been going for New Orleans.
Great hustle defensively through the first half, contesting everything and racking up the block shots.
They also came out of the locker room with their running shoes on. I mean, their transition game has been full throttle.
And doing a great job here just stringing together solid possessions as they build that lead up.
I tell you, there's no substitute for consistency, Greg. You know that, I know it. You can stay in control of the game. They'll stay in control of it if they simply stay good with their execution of the game plan and don't waste any possession.
Listen, Kawhi Leonard hasn't been in the league for a long time, but he's feeling right at home. Said last season he wants to remain a Spur for life.
Both free throws good from Kawhi Leonard. And for Leonard to hear players say that a lot, but rarely before they reach the end of their rookie contract.
Yeah, I think Leonard just realizes what a special situation he found himself in. I mean, he is the complete package as a player and custom made for how the Spurs like to play and do things.
Duncan, it's good, and he makes his first shot of the game.
How about the purpose with which he's crashing the backboards right now? Some hard-earned second chance points.
Holiday against Leonard. Kicks it out to Evans. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. And that's now... Seven points for Tyreke Evans. Outside, Green. Three-pointer. Can't get it to go. And New Orleans will go the other way with it. Here's Evans. Oh, he got halved on the three-pointer. He'll head to the line. It's on Kawhi Leonard. Last season was possibly the best of Tyreke Evans' career, at least since his unbelievable rookie campaign.
Yeah, and Kev, a lot of that has to do with his injury history. I mean, last year he played in 79 games. That's the most of his career. So you could say it was probably the healthiest season he's had since he was a rookie.
Spurs making a switch here. Anderson's checked in.
How in the world did they let him get that wide open?
And the Pelicans with the possession. They're on a 16-7 run. Outside Holiday. Shot clock at 6. Rebound by Parker.
You know, back to Tyreke Evans last year, he had a big jump in three-point percentage. He was also up in assists, rebounds, really did a lot of good things. The only bad news, he was also up in turnover.
And it's Aldridge missing. On the wing, Green. To the middle. It's stolen by Davis. And New Orleans pushing it up now. Evans leading the charge.
It seems that every pass they make is leading to a score here. I mean, that's just exquisite ball movement.
And that's because the ball is looking for the best shot, and it's really paid off for them during the run. And talking about Tyreke Evans, you really hope he can build on what he did last year. He has too much talent to waste on inconsistency. Time for him to just step up here in the prime of his career.
Here's Holiday following the basket by Tim Duncan. And the foul on Drew Holiday. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
Excellent example of toughness and physicality on defense. Got his nose right in the middle of things and made a play.
Mills, he's checked in for the Spurs. Evans with the steal. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. Holiday's got his 5th assist in this one. Here's Duncan. Score it. His 3rd straight basket in 3 tries.
He had his head on the swivel and was able to pick out the pass and get the assist.
Green against Holiday. Takes it from 10, and that one hits back iron.
The defense did a really good job of choking.
Come on, New Orleans,
And Tim Duncan closing in on 2 decades in the league. He talked about his continued love of the game.
The games are my solace. I enjoy playing the games. I enjoy the competition. I enjoy the chess match. I enjoy the physical play. I enjoy that part of it. So,
well, Duncan breaking down his love for the game and what keeps him and going, not just playing, but still enjoying it at his age.
Man, it's phenomenal to see because Tim Duncan doesn't usually get too introspective with us. Anybody that plays this game knows exactly what he's talking about. And at the level he's competing currently, I don't see him going anywhere anytime soon, that's for sure.
And now the second quarter just getting set to start. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from New Orleans?
I just like the way they're getting out in the open floor, taking advantage of all those fast break chances here early on.
I agree with you, Greg. I mean, they can run, and they've done a good job filling the lanes in transition.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, as the second quarter gets going. So for New Orleans right now, Gordon the off guard with Evans at the 3. Anderson is out there with Alexis Ajinça. And it's Cole in at the point guard. Diaw dishes to West.
Solid on the one-hand throw down there.
You know, Clark, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Yep.
Yeah, and one reason why I just don't know that I've ever seen him miss a play like that.
And guys, Tyreke Evans is so versatile, great instincts, well-developed skill set. He can beat you every way you turn.
And back to Tyreke Evans. He's a big, muscular guy for a wing. That 7-foot wingspan, that arm span we've all admired and read so much about. Too strong for off guards, too quick for small forwards. He's kind of got a ubiquitous position.
He does. And Kevin, you know, it's funny. A lot of people have tried to place him in a box in terms of position. Instead of just saying he's a basketball player, the guy's strong, he's got tremendous physical attributes. Combine that with the ball handling and his confidence, and it gives you an interesting mix. I mean, he's one of the more unique, multifaceted guys we have in our league.
And the basket by Ginobili.
I'm not sure who was supposed to pick him up, but somebody's going to get an earful from the coach for leaving him that wide open. He continues to struggle from the field, but luckily for him and his team, his teammates have been able to pick him up and get the job done.
Here's Mills. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3.
4 of their last 5 makes came off of a high-quality shot inside.
Textbook. Really, when you look at how they're playing, they are having their way down low.
The Spurs shooting their 5th attempt at the line in the game.
And guys, every time we think Patty Mills is going to take the next step in his development, he takes a step back. Last season, he shot career lows from the field. And behind the arc. After having one of his best ever campaigns the year out. Fortunately for me, I don't have it.
Martin wide open. He fires. And again, it's the Spurs from deep.
Boy, what a significant turnaround here in the second quarter after only making 40% from the field in the first.
Well, back to Mills. The Spurs could have used his contributions last year. Parker was hobbled. Corey Joseph was still learning. Mills didn't put together consistent efforts and ended up losing minutes, Clark, because of it.
Yeah, you know, Mills had the opportunity to make an impact for a championship contender. That chance doesn't come very often. Unfortunately, he couldn't make the most of it.
Evans outside. But they recover it. And the shot no good, a bit short.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Martin, the pass to Diaw. Ginobili kicks to Diaw. West outside. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Just 5 on the clock. Ginobili draws the double. Martin for 3. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Evans has got 4 rebounds in this game. Holiday with it. And it's Martin picking him up. Diaw with the steal. Outside Martin. Ginobili gets a wide open look. And a miss there on the triple. Pelicans trail by 5. Holiday goes in.
And we all know Drew Holiday is a tremendous talent. That's why he was traded for the draft picks that became Nerlens Noel 2 years ago and Elfrid Payton last season. Such impressive company that Holiday may be feeling the pressure to live up to.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Spurs.
Guys, they are dialed in from beyond right now. They didn't waste any time getting into a groove in this game.
You know, another factor in their offense so far has been their ability to convert and score off turnovers.
Catching up on the changes for New Orleans. Cunningham comes in for Tyreke Evans. And it's Pondexter in for Eric Gordon. Kyle Anderson, he's checked in for San Antonio. Ginobili right side. Dishes it to Anderson. Holiday attacking. No luck. Some solid defense from Aldridge. Getting back to Holiday, we've seen the size, the court awareness, the change of pace moves he brings. Clark with a little more assertiveness and continued improvement on his jump shot. He'd be hard for anyone to keep up with.
Well, I really like this young man's game. He's got tremendous natural ability and a great work ethic. I think he'll very well be one of the best guards in the league. Only 25 years old right now. Plenty of time to reach that potential.
Ginobili dishes to West. Back to Ginobili. Clock at 6. From deep. Pelicans pull it in.
And sometimes he can hit that deep 3, but it's not a high percentage shot for him.
Yeah, even for him, that's out of his range. Well, one of his issues is he's a player that just does not excel at fighting through contact on his way to the rim.
Mills passes to West, and Mills kicks to Anderson. For 3, West. Shot is no good, and New Orleans will go the other way with it. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of empty ones, a long time without a basket.
They got to find something, you're right. Here's Pondexter. Another shot. That is good, and the Spurs lead is cut down to 4 on the bucket from Usher.
And when the size advantage is as big as it was there, I mean, that's exactly what he's supposed to do in that situation.
Maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that.
And we know he's capable of those memorable dunks.
Yeah, and when he's got a lead like that, why not take a few chances? A lot more engaging and entertaining than just doing the old ho-hum one-hander.
To the middle, here's West. It's Cunningham with the rebound.
You rarely see him missing dunks, but the defender was right in his face on that one, and it threw him off just enough. Boy, I tell you what, guys, he's an extremely strong finisher. I'm surprised he wasn't able to power that through the defense.
Pelicans trail by 8.
Yeah, the shot clock's off. This could be the last possession of the quarter.
I don't think there's any doubt about it. That's exactly what they should have in mind here.
West with the block.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
Aldridge, no one around him. And we've reached half.
Well, David, a great first half that demonstrates a lot of the evolution of this team. As a veteran of this group, can you tell us a bit about the
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson, joined by Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith, and it's the NBA halftime show on 2K Sports. A pretty close game for the Spurs throughout the first quarter. They never got too far behind, as their largest deficit in the period was 8. The second quarter went their way, all the way, as they raced to the lead and stretched their advantage to 8 points by the halftime break. And Shaq, what are your thoughts on how San Antonio played?
I don't think anyone expected to see such numbers from the bench. You know, I'm impressed. It was what they needed, the jolt they needed.
And that'll do it for now, as the second half of our game is about to get...
All right, the second half beginning in just a moment. It's been one outstanding game from Tyreke Evans.
Well, anytime you can get to the free throw line with that kind of consistency, that just makes every other facet of the game easy.
And, you know, they have to rotate the defensive assignment on him from now on just to avoid foul trouble.
And guys, that's a big swing right there. I mean, taking the steal and then turning it into 2 easy points on the dunk.
No telling how important that sequence could turn out to be.
And guys, in a game this snug, moments like that are the ones we usually look back on at the end as a difference maker.
And the highlight reel replay brought to you by Kia. Good stuff on that Kia Slam Cam.
Rising high to throw that one down.
Sky high, fantastic one-hand jam.
Nice way there, guys, to finish up that possession.
You look at what Anthony Davis has accomplished so far in his career, the historic comparisons. I mean, they're mind-boggling. For a kid 23, Greg, the historic comparisons are very favorable for him.
I mean, he's been compared to a young KG and Duncan quite often. But in his first few seasons, his numbers look the most similar to Hakeem the Dream. And that's about as good a company as you can get.
You know, the funny thing about Davis having similar numbers to Hakeem, he came very close last season in putting up a quadruple double. Hakeem was one of only 4 people to ever accomplish that.
San Antonio trailing here. And Parker, here we go. On the wing, Green. And it's good on the assist by Parker. Green's got 7.
You know, Davis might get a quadruple double at some point. Last season, he had 30 points, 10 rebounds, and 5 blocks on 4 different occasions. The rest of the NBA had a combined 0 in that category.
Here's Parker, and the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
Wow, the floor just really opened up for him on that possession.
Yeah, I mean, I'm all for good offense, but that was just a terrible reaction from the defense.
It's stolen by Duncan. Nobody near Leonard. Drills the three-pointer. Now it's a 5-point San Antonio lead.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
Davis. They can't stop the run with that one. And now running it up the court. Green pushing it all the way. Out to Duncan. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. It's deflected. It's stolen by Davis. And up the floor again for New Orleans. Running the court. Asik trying to get open. The shot by Holiday, no good. Here's Leonard. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. That one on Davis.
Clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there. Earned those free throws.
Well, you know that Kawhi Leonard has an incredible reach with his arms, but even his hands are just massive, measured at 10 inches long and 11 inches wide. Wow.
Well, to give some perspective on Leonard's hand size that Greg was talking about, Clark, those measurements, 11 by 10, are what you typically would find on 7-footers. Well, this kid's 6'6", 6'7".
Yeah, and I'm 6'9", and I'm about 9 by 7, okay? So that just lets you know. Wow. The only other hands comparable to that, Dr. J.
Ooh, yes, huge. And for Norris Cole, such an important role player, Greg, for Miami for a number of seasons. Last year, shooting percentages dipped, and that is one of the reasons why he was probably traded to New Orleans.
Yeah, and a lot of that, I think, had to do with somebody dipping out of town.
Yeah,
LeBron James, that would probably change the
right.
quality of your shots. But both figures did go up dramatically once he got to New Orleans. And remember, now he's playing with another great player in Anthony Davis.
Pelicans trail by 5. Evans outside. He kicks it to Gordon. He dishes it to Ajinça. Back to Gordon. Just 4 to shoot. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
You know, going back to Norris Cole last year, after the trade to the Pelicans, he shot better than he had in his entire career. That and the 2 championship rings he brought with him really helped the Pelicans take the next step in the team's development.
And the second free throw, good.
And, you know, talking about Norris Cole, this is a young man who still has plenty of upside. His assist-to-turnover ratio is solid. He's a competitive defender. I like where his game is going right now.
And now, here comes Gordon leading the break. That's good. 19 points for Tyreke Evans.
I mean, you got to be honest, though. The transition defense just has been lacking.
Yeah, fast break points all over the place. I mean, at some point, you've got to make the commitment to sprint back and then slow them down and stop the ball.
Duncan gets to the rim for 2 with the D all over him.
Go.
Duncan's got 8 points.
And the rebound and the follow show you what he is all about. Gritty and determined with a soft touch to match.
You might not think of him as a laser three-point shooter, but that shot was there for him, and he had to take it.
And it goes out of bounds. That one's off Parker.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
New Orleans making some changes here. Cunningham comes in for Tyreke Evans. And it's Pondexter in for Gordon. Martin's checked in for San Antonio. And Parker, here we go. A flawless finish on the alley-oop. And the Spurs lead by 2.
How nice was that alley-oop? Those two really have a good connection.
Yeah, read each other so well. It's a play I'm sure, Clark, they love to run.
And as a receiver, though, he doesn't necessarily feel the need to go for that monster finish. Just the nice little silky smooth layup.
Martin dishes to Leonard. The shot is off. And New Orleans will come the other way. Here's Cole. It's hauled in by Duncan. Duncan's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. And then Leonard with the dunk.
You can see the eye contact there. Gave a little nod and then burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
No doubt, Clark. A pair of teammates with a terrific feel for each other out on the floor.
And, guys, anytime it's real tight, you're looking for something that could be potentially a momentum builder. And that's exactly what that play looks to be.
Pelicans trail by 6. Here's Cole. He has 5. Ajinça kicks to Cole. Diaw with the steal. And he lobs it up toward the rim. And it's out of bounds to the Pelicans.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Here's Cole. There's 18 seconds left to play here in the 3rd. West with some nice D.
Well, the effort was there, but he just couldn't quite fight his way through traffic.
Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
And really, this is the time to push it. Try to extend that lead.
I agree with you. I mean, anytime you can push things forward as you approach the end of the 3rd quarter, it puts you in good position for that last quarter, which we all know is crunch time.
The points coming in bunches as we wrap up the 3rd quarter. It's been a good one. Spurs lead by 8. And time for the short break, and stay right where you are. The 4th quarter is coming up next. The 4th quarter just moments away now. We welcome you back. Spurs leading by 8. Evans and Davis, the forward tandem. Holiday at the 1 with Gordon at the 2. And it's Anderson in at the 5 spot. That's the Pelicans 5. The Pelicans shooting 39% from the floor. At their best. A shot by Evans. Nobody around. Makes no mistake on the open jump shot.
You know, sometimes you don't like to see guys pull up from three-point range on the break, but for him, with nobody on him, that's a pretty good shot.
And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. That one on Davis.
And for David West last season, the thought was he might increase his production with Paul George out, but the opposite happened. West suffered his lowest scoring output in a decade, only 12 points per game on 47% shooting. Rough showing for the former All-Star.
And Holiday, here we go. Some solid defense from Aldridge. And for the Spurs, they're shooting well. 50% from the floor. Taken away by Holiday. Pass to Gordon. And he gets the bucket.
Not fazed at all by having a bigger defender on him down low. And I really thought he would.
You know, at first glance, you wouldn't think that he'd be comfortable in that particular situation. But, boy, I tell you what, he didn't look like he was out of his element at all right there.
And the Pelicans making a change here. Asik's checked in. And San Antonio with the change here, too. Tim Duncan, he's checked in for David West. Evans passes to Gordon. Looks for Holiday, gets it to him, banked in off the glass.
That's what this team needs right now, solid scoring chances.
Spurs leading by 4, stolen by Asik. And that's Evans penetrating, comes up empty down low. Now Mills. Green kicks to Duncan. And here's Mills, got a piece of it. Stolen by Asik. Holiday against Green. And Holiday kicks to Evans. 20 feet out. That one wide left.
Ill-advised shot there, Clark.
Yeah, exactly. That was lower than low percentage.
Taken away by Holiday. Oh, here we go with Gordon. Nobody back. Throws down the breakaway jam.
And guys, that's a big swing right there. I mean, taking the steal and then turning it into 2 easy points on the dunk.
No telling how important that sequence could turn out to be.
And guys, in a game this snug, moments like that are the ones we usually look back on at the end as a difference maker.
A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Kevin, Greg Popovich was just going over the plan with his team. He tried to really fire them up to bring it home, saying, all night, you have all night to rest after the final buzzer. For now, we have to lay it on the line and try to bring it home. Guys, back to you.
I like that creativity, double clutching and catch the defender on the way down. I can go for it.
It's through the fourth quarter here. Holiday up top, guarded by Green. It's stolen by Green. A 3 ball. Green missing again.
Boy, from my angle, it looked like it was in the bottom of the net. Looked good from here.
Yeah, I'm about as shocked as you are, Clark.
Kawhi Leonard is checked in for Manu Ginobili. Evans attacking the 11-footer, and he overshot that one, missing.
And they've had the edge in rebounding all night long, and none bigger than that one right there.
And guys, you've seen it countless times in a close game. Hustle plays can really make the difference.
Holiday with it. Leonard picks him up. And again, no good by New Orleans.
It has not been an easy quarter for him, at least offensively speaking.
Pelicans trail by 6. Goes up the baseline, and it's sent back by Aldridge. And so it looks like the Pelicans will retain possession here. San Antonio making a switch here. Parker's checked in. On the wing, Evans. Covered by Parker. There's the triple. And it's Evans missing.
You know, to cut deficits, you got to be making smart basketball plays out there. Taking care of the ball. It's not done by hoisting up bonehead threes like that one.
And really just unselfish basketball on the interior. That's the kind of pass a coach loves to see.
Timeout call here. The Pelicans decide to talk it over. They're losing by 8. We've got 1:55 left in the fourth. A platoon swap here for New Orleans. And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back.
Yeah, you've got to avoid those kinds of turnovers.
Yeah, mistakes like that derail any team.
And Leonard has it in the corner. And it's good on the assist by Parker. Parker's got 3 assists now in this one.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda.
Yeah, and it's really fun to see that kind of unselfishness. Really hard not to appreciate all the assists they've racked up.
Shot clock at 6. Here's Cole. And again, New Orleans has no luck.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one, Greg. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
Sound offensively, really no other way to put it here in the second half.
There's really no comparison between the teams in terms of the way they've both shot the ball since the break.
And so only one team answered the bell tonight, guys. Not a monster blowout by any means, but still a double-digit victory for the Spurs.
Tonight, they did a great job of getting everyone involved. They had the good passing, and that led to some open shots.
Yeah, it's a fun way to play, and it's fun to watch, too.
A fantastic show. And what an amazing all-around game it was for Kawhi Leonard. You look at the energy he brought on both ends of the field, and it's easy to see why he was a difference maker.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans. They trail by 15. 50 seconds left in the fourth quarter. So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. West is checked in for Duncan. Diaw comes in for LaMarcus Aldridge. Kyle Anderson, he's checked in for Leonard. And it's Ginobili in for Green. Evans dishes to Gordon. Trying to get open is Davis, and it's Gordon missing.
Oh, tough D on the inside.
It sure was, Greg. No easy access to the basket when that fella's in the middle.
And it goes out of bounds. That one's off Parker.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
32 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Here's Holiday. Lays it up and banks it in.
Well, you can bet the defense wasn't expecting that kind of razzle-dazzle out of him. But the spin worked like a charm. Perfect.
Parker drives in. Stolen by Ashik. Here's Evans. Can't get it to go. Good D by Parker. West passes to Anderson. Taken away by Holiday. Here's Evans. And so it's San Antonio. Easily taking this one. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, gee, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. You know, it's never going to be easy on the road, but they didn't have too many problems.
Dave.
Tip-off goes to New Orleans. All right, let's set the floor. Courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. On the court for San Antonio. The always reliable Parker and Green in the backcourt. Aldridge out there with Duncan. And it's Leonard in at the 3.
And guys, for most of his career, Ashik has been going back and forth as a starting center. Only started 2 games his first 2 years with the Bulls. Signed an offer sheet with the Rockets and started. How's that for a one-man show? Put this fella on Broadway. Self-service.
the most magnificent alley-oop he could have chosen.
Yeah, and he pulls that one off, guys, to perfection.
And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a three-point play. Going to the line for 1.
I like the fact that he led his teammate right to the ideal spot. You don't always throw it to your teammate. You throw it to where he needs to be. Really unfortunate for Eric Gordon that an assortment of injuries have really derailed his career. A few years back, he looked like he'd be an absolute star. Once a 22 points a game score, was down to 13 a game last season.
Here's Parker. And no good. Trying to use the glass. Right side Holiday. Cannot hit. And San Antonio will go the other way with it.
That's the first miss for this offense. They've hit 3 or 4 to start.
Yeah, on the topic of Eric Gordon, one would think he's still young and talented enough to be a difference maker with any team. He just has to stay healthy. That really is the bottom line. He's got to keep his health.
Kevin, the truth is, though he's had a number of injuries, they've all been different. It isn't one chronic thing. So with a little good luck, we could see him shine once more.
And that one's good.
You know, you're going to have success when you can start out shooting 80% from the game. So early offensively, they've been great. That's the way you like to start.
Leonard, the pass to Aldridge. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist.
Well, Merry Christmas. I mean, that was a freebie.
The Pelicans have gone 4 of 5 from the field so far. Gordon against Green. Takes the 13-footer. Here's Hasek. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Yeah, shots falling, off to a very good start offensively as a result.
The shot by Duncan, nobody around. And a miss there on the triple.
You know, even though he missed that three-point shot, I think the defense has to do a better job of challenging the shot.
Yeah, as a coach, you can really ill afford to have those types of opportunities presented against your defense.
Pelicans leading by 6. The shot by Evans, nobody around. Hits the three-point bomb. Evans has got 5 points so far.
Boy, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
It really has, Clark. The defense unable to react as quickly as necessary in terms of dealing with their passing. And with the way the Warriors went on a rampage last year, you knew that Alvin Gentry would be in demand. Was the architect behind the Warriors' offense, is one of the best offensive minds in our league.
Now the feed to Holiday for 3. Rebound San Antonio.
Not a quarter to remember as far as his offense is concerned.
Yeah, you know, he's not making any kind of impact for them at that end of the court right now.
Nice shot by Evans. Breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Pelicans.
And it's been about their defense. They're playing with a frenetic pace, putting a lot of pressure on the ball handlers and forcing turnovers.
They also came out of the locker room with their running shoes on. I mean, their transition game has been full throttle.
Here's Holiday. And that's Evans penetrating. Parker with the steal. The dish to Duncan. It's stolen by Davis. Here's Evans. Dents the rim with a two-handed slam. Wow.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
That indicates the importance of great on-the-ball defense, as was displayed right there.
Gordon outside. They double him with Green. Holiday against Parker. And Holiday kicks to Davis. They set the pick. 6 on the shot clock. And it's Evans in the corner. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Leonard on the wing. Shoots the 3. Here's Duncan. And Hasek sends it back. Wow! On the wing, Evans, guarded by Green. Leonard brings the double team. Evans, but they get it back. And the shot falls short this time.
Well, that's an excellent challenge right there. Good job contesting that shot by the defender.
Nobody near Parker. Here's Duncan, and easy 2 points on the layup. Duncan's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Just lazy defense on the glass there.
Well, nobody boxed out. Nobody put a body on anybody else. Things like that not only drive the coach crazy, that stuff gets under my skin.
Duncan with the block. Here's Leonard. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down.
That's a terrific sequence at both ends of the floor. They block the shot and recover it for the fast break finish.
Here's Holiday. Battles through traffic and lays it in.
How about the way he's able to angle his body to shield the big fella off and still get the finish?
You've got to be clever with your sleight of hand when you get inside and try to finish against the bigger.
The basket's coming early and often in the first quarter. Pelicans lead by 7. And back with the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And one of the rising...